Today on the channel there are good guys, then there's bad guys, then there's the worst with the Black Falcon Hellfire Super 7 Ultimate.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we're back at it with a version 2 of Black Falcon from the worst line. But for all your worst line needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. You can also go to the Super 7 website. Put in code KyleP at checkout to support this very YouTube channel. I'm going to give a special shout out to Super 7 as they actually sent this to me to check out. So always appreciative whenever I get a free figure to review here on the table. And that's what I got here with this one. Very nice figure, of course, the Hellfire edition this time around. I did unbox the Series 1 version of this character. I really did enjoy that. I know some people had some quality issues, it sounded like. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. I was fine at the time, but seen a little something lately with mine. But we'll see what's going on with this one. And the best way to do that is, of course, do this review like we do all the other reviews on this very YouTube channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And per the norm with Super 7 lately, no cardboard shipper box, no slip cover, which you see is what you get right here with this set here. Very cool ornate packaging. The worst, of course, Super 7's in-house toy line. No properties. They own it. It is truly the worst. Some stuff we saw before and some new things as well. Definitely a repaint. Gotta get the most out of your molds, but looks pretty cool. I like the Hellfire edition. You know me. I like stuff like that. And I love the band Hellfire as well. Shout out to those guys from California, of course. Not too far from the Super 7 headquarters, as we know. But looking good in the packaging here. Looking like something from an 80s movie or something. Got a little flames going on the side of the package. Looking good. Ultimates on the top. And then on the back. Oh, that's where the magic happens. We got War and Peace. Let's see what's going on with the worst Black Falcon Hellfire edition. Abandoned Hope. Black Falcon, the undead warlord of doom, rides this way, inflicting immortal agony on all in his path. The frightful fiend feels no pain and knows no remorse, emerging from the fiery depths of hell and craving only the slow death rattle of his sworn enemy, everyone. Wandering aimlessly throughout the land, Black Falcon is cursed to live and lives to fight. He cannot be killed. He will never stop. Total destruction is his goal. Inevitable victory is in his grasp. In his wake lies the charred barn remnants of past cruel conquests. Ahead of him lies you. There it is. So good copyright back here. I like that. That's part of the overall feel of the figure. Sets the stage a little bit here. And this being its own toy line, really it's up to your imagination. You want to put this with your Super 7 Conan figures? Do that. You want to stick it with some Mythic Legions? Do that. So there's a lot of uses for figures like this. And this one's looking really cool in the old Hellfire edition, I will say. And I love that background there. Oh, that's where you don't want to be, that's for sure. See you later. Goodbye. There it goes. And we got the Falcon, the Black Falcon, looking interesting. Blue Falcon, a big favorite of mine in my childhood. Of course, I loved a little Hanna-Barbera action from time to time, the Blue Falcon. Can we get a Super 7 Hanna-Barbera line? Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something for us? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But let's pop all the accessories out on this one. We got a head, you got extra hands, you got some weapons. Of course, you got the figure itself. There it is, in plastic prison. See you later. Goodbye. Let's dive in. Let's dive into this old Black Falcon here, or Hellfire Falcon, whatever you want to call him. Two crazy hands out of the package. He's going to touch you and burn right through you. We do get 2 gripping hands, 4 gripping hands. What are we doing? Got 4 different gripping hands on this one. So you do get one that's a little bit more Knights of the Round Table with some protection, and then you do get some straight-up skeleton-like hands. The skeleton hands are kind of the way to go with this one. He's kind of a skeleton. No kinda about it. He is a skeleton. So we get some skeleton hands. Choose your own gripping hand adventure. No punches and bunches with this guy here. He's not going to do it. Just not going to do it. But it has got a shield going here, and you can see how it's like hot metal. It's the metal down here that's super flaming hot there. Very cool. Of course, you're a sword fighter out there. You got to have a shield to protect yourself, and he does have that. Does have the old Falcon on the front there. Of course, he is a Falcon, so he's got to rep his brand. You got to rep your brand. That's what you got to do. And then we do get the same sword that we saw last time. This one almost a little bit more futuristic. Almost looks like a laser, like a Jedi or something here. But he does have this being really hot. You know, it's hot steel is what it is. So it's orange there. Love the horns over to the side, the black wrapping, and then a little of that orange on the bottom. On brand for this guy. You got your sword, you got your shield, you're ready to go, you're ready to party. But now we get down to the figure itself, and we're of course going to start with the head sculpts on this one. Very, very cool. Like I said, you can really mix this guy anywhere. If I was a little kid and had this and I had my Conan figures, I think I would have this guy as a bad guy for Conan the Barbarian. I think that it just feels like that to me. It doesn't hurt that they're in the Super 7 line together, so they do mash up. But that's what it feels like to me, at least. But man, looking very cool. I love a skeleton. Love the skeleton face there. Love the orange back behind. Kind of makes him look extra fiery. And then, of course, you got the big helmet. Helmet not removable here, but you got those big old horns with the hot on the end. Just definitely looking cool. Definitely looking like something out of Conan's world. There's no doubt. Now, we do get a beautiful cape here, like a young Lando Calrissian. However, he just doesn't take care of his cape like Lando does. Got a lot of holes in here. First, I thought it was going to be mothballs, but no, I read the fine details. I think he burnt this. Obviously, when you got hot, you got to be careful around your cape. Got a little of that going on there, but we do get the wiring in the cape. You know me, I'm a sucker for a wired cape, so we do get that. Bright red cape here, looking very, very cool. Looking very menacing, and it looks like it's got a little clip. Yep, just a little clip that goes over the top. Very easy to remove and very ornate. Usually we get Velcro. We usually don't get a little button clip there, but very, very nice. Clips in very good. Gonna hold steady for this one as well. But then you can have him just like this. You don't want that cape. You want him as like an undead soldier, something like that. You can do that. You can square this guy off with your Super 7 G.I. Joes or even your classified G.I. Joes kind of as a bad guy if you want to get really crazy and zany like the animated series did for a while. He does got a beautiful chain around there with a little X. Maybe he's trying to get into the X Mansion. Who knows? Maybe he's an X-Men member. Could he be a member of Generation X? Maybe X Factor? Who knows what he's up to? He just got that X around there. Got a belt going on as well with the Falcon. Keeping it on brand. Good for him. Got some spiky shoulder guards onto the bicep. Even forearm guards that might make Batman blush. Yes, you heard it here first. Batman may blush at those right there. Of course, you got the Falcon like we saw last time. This time, a hot Falcon. He's a hot Falcon over here. Looking interesting. He does got a very samurai-like loincloth type piece going around. Got all kinds of studs and things throughout. Very dirty, kind of a wash over the top. Definitely looks like a guy that's been in some fires. That's what he looks like. He's just kind of molded into that. Once again, representing the X brand. Big Charles Xavier guy here on the thighs. Love, love, love these knee pads with the skulls on them. Very, very cool. And then he's got shin guards here, I believe initially inspired in the 1989 championship season by the Oakland A's. Of course, our old friend of the channel, Terry Steinbach. Shin guards here with the spikes on it. And then he got outlawed after a couple of days. I think it was one of those guys, I think it was when they were playing the old Anaheim Angels, the old California Angels. I think one of the guys, I don't think it was Rod Carew. I don't know why I think it's Rod Carew, but it's not Rod Carew. Sliding in there to home, and Terry put these shins down, and it was a bloody mess. They got outlawed. They said, Terry, don't do that again. He said, okay, I won't do it again. Shout out Terry Steinbach, as we do know. Black boots on here as well, looking very, very cool. Very cool body as well through here. So once you see past all the ornate material on him, you get down to the skin, for a lack of better words. But it is like flame. It's like flames throughout on him. So he's just like almost like a flame beast with clothes on is kind of what he feels like. And his articulation, his arm's going to go around for us. You get a bicep cut, nicely hidden there. Single jointed elbows with the side to side. Hands back and forth, side to side. Hands removable. You do get hula hoop there at the waist, so good articulation. No traditional ab crunch. Head is removable, of course, and he does have an extra head. I guess I could walk through that. I forgot that one there. Very similar, but this is the battle damage one. Lost one of his horns there. Got a big slice through his helmet into his face. Definitely cool. I love the big open mouth on this. I will say one opportunity always with a skeleton figure. It feels like every skeleton figure should have a movable jaw. We do not have that here, so that would be one thing I would love to change if I possibly could. We do get the legs that go up and out, single jointed knees, side to side, no boot cut. We do get ankles back and forth, up and down. The usual Super 7 Ultimate articulation, I guess is what we're going to call it right here. He does come, or will he fit, I should say, on a ringside collectible Mattel stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. And what do you know? Fits on a stand just fine, just fine. But I do got the original version here. I think I do prefer this new version. It's just a little bit cooler. One issue I talked about with the old one, I didn't have issue, but here over 6 months, what is time of this sitting on my shelf, his hand has become extremely loose. So that is disappointing. I don't have that on this right now, but will it get loose in 6 months or so? I'm not exactly sure. So the weight of the sword, unfortunately, just holding this hand down. So your mileage may vary, as we always say here on the channel, but you might look at yours, see what you think. But this one's going to be definitely different, definitely interesting. Use different hands on this one is what I'll do. Probably this second head on this one to make it feel as different as possible. But very, very cool looking figure. Now, I do got his partner in crime right here. The Robot Reaper. He is the frozen one. So it's kind of cool. We get a frozen and a fiery one as part of this repaint set. I think that does work out. But between these two, I'm definitely going to the Falcon over the Robot. The Robot's cool, but this Falcon guy is so much cooler. And I feel like there's a lot more you can do in your own collection with him along the way. So both good figures. This one is much better. I just hope the joints hold up a little bit better than the first one does. But once again, your mileage may vary right there. So there it is, the old Black Falcon. What is your guys' thoughts? Is it a pickup, a pass, a long game, a no game, and I'm not so sure game? Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. So for the worst Series 2 repaints, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.